Why I think people are interested in Scrooge is because all of us have an element of Scrooge, I believe, in us. We're all mean at some point. But also, of course, the story is one of redemption. We enjoy it when he sees himself, becomes a better man, and we enjoy the fairly torturous journey that he has on the way to go to that. I think we all recognize ourselves a little bit in Scrooge. The Milwaukee Repertory Theater is 62 years old. We're currently in a very interesting phase of our life where we're committing to producing 20 new works in the next 5 years, 20 world premieres across 3 of our performance spaces. And of course, A Christmas Carol is a brand new adaptation and the first one in 15 years. Milwaukee Rep's history with Christmas Carol is now 42 years old in the Pabst Theater. It is an annual event which is much beloved by the audience, by the city, by the staff as well. A Christmas Carol was a story which is now 173 years old, written by, of course, Charles Dickens during the Victorian era. Christmas Carol was written at a time when the country, Britain, was exploring their traditions of Christmas. So introducing things like things from the past and things in the future. And at that time, it was the start of Christmas cards and Christmas carols being sung more as a sort of family event. Indeed, a lot of the traditions and the things that he highlights in A Christmas Carol have actually become beloved Christmas traditions. So we say Merry Christmas, which was a term which we use, as a popularized term now, but Merry Christmas was a term that Charles Dickens used a lot in the novel, and because the novel was so popular, became very popular. So he's had a huge impact on the Christmases that we, as a nation internationally, enjoy now. Well, there have been quite a few Scrooges over the years. We've been doing the show for 42 years. Jim Pickering, who's actually has played Scrooge more times than any other actor, but he has a 40-year association with the company. Christopher Donahue, who played it for 2 years, and Jonathan Smoots, who's played it for 2 years. And then this year, for 2016, there's an actor, a Milwaukee actor, wonderful actor called Jonathan Wainwright, who I recently worked with on Of Mice and Men. He's going to be playing Scrooge for the first time. He's actually been in Christmas Carol for the last 3 or 4 years as Bob Cratchit, and now he's taking over the role of Scrooge in this brand new production.
Playing Bob Cratchit was always a wonderful thing because you have to find a way that Cratchit loves Scrooge. You always have to find that. I think you have to find that in any place in the story. That even though he sees Scrooge and the things that he does and the things that he says, often directed right at you as Bob Cratchit, you still have to find a way to love him. The background has to be there. I've seen this man change. He wasn't always like this. I've been here, I've seen him change, and I know what's inside. So that was what was always interesting for me as Bob Cratchit. The hope is that with this particular Christmas Carol, as beautiful as the other one was, at a certain point, you want to draw everyone in. So there's going to be a lot of give and take with the audience interaction, having the audience, in a sense, help other characters through this journey.
He veers on the younger side of Scrooge's, but my Scrooge needs to be extremely athletic. So our Scrooge is going to be coming off the stage, he's going to be in the auditorium, he's going to be running around. The set is a very physical set because it has 2 turntables on it. So you need not only do you need a very, very strong actor who can have command of the audience, but also has the physical dexterity to be able to handle those demands. And so you'll see it's very, very, very complex. We really brought out the element of the ghost. The idea that there's a strong ghost story, that was really something to me that I felt was really important. I felt the audience had to go on a thrill journey in the way that the character has to go on a thrill journey.
There will be elements throughout all the ghost costumes that light up, and especially with the Christmas Past. Christmas Past will be lit from head to toe. She has a flaming headdress on, and her whole costume dress will be lit all around. It'll glow from the inside out. This new production, the costumes will be a lot more colorful, a lot brighter, to contrast with the set, which is a lot darker than the previous set also. For a show, we build it first in muslin or an inexpensive fabric so that we can make all the corrections on the muslin and then take those corrections to the pattern and then cut out the real fabric. For this production, I am not putting Scrooge in all black. I'm putting him in charcoal gray. There's not a lot of leeway with Scrooge, but my idea is that Scrooge has been wearing the same clothes for 20 years, finding the essence of that character. I never want the costumes to stand out or distract from telling the story. It should always support the story.
It's going to snow in there. That was something that I thought as a child, if I was a child, I'd want to see. We have the technology to do that safely and to do it well. I'm very mindful that the first theatrical experience a lot of children and indeed adult people have often with live theatre can be A Christmas Carol. So we're very aware that when we have our production that, you know, maybe on any one night, 50% or more of our audience could potentially be people coming to the theatre for the first time. So I'm very conscious that I want to make that first experience in the theatre, watching live theatre, a really magical, positive and memorable one.